What's up? Welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I am playing around with the new Dyson Corrale flat iron and I'm sharing my honest opinion and thoughts. So let's go. Welcome to this video. I am honestly so excited to be filming this video for you guys because one, there's a pandemic going on and we haven't been able to be in the salon, but today I'm in the salon by myself and filming this video for you guys all about the Dyson Corrale flat iron. Now, I don't know about you, but this thing has been making waves on the internet, on YouTube, on TikTok. I've seen it everywhere. And so I was so excited when I got my hands on it because I wanted to test it out and give you guys my honest opinion and thoughts on this new flat iron and whether or not it's worth it for you. Okay, so today we're in the salon, but because there's a global pandemic going on, we obviously couldn't bring in a model, but I decided instead to get a mannequin head that had kind of curly, wavy hair. So I want to test the abilities of this flat iron, and so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to split her hair down the middle. I'm going to blow dry one side of the head because that's typically what we would do. We wouldn't normally flat iron from super curly hair. So I'm going to blow dry this side out, and then on the other side I'm going to just brush out these curls, make it super frizzy, and really see how this flat iron performs. So let's go. Okay, so I just misted down this side of her head to wet it down to blow dry, and the only product that I'm gonna put in her hair is the Kenra blow dry spray. And the only reason why I'm putting this product in is it does help it get dry faster and it will smooth the hair down a little bit, but it has heat protection built into it. So I'm gonna use this to prep her hair, but that's the only product that I'm gonna be using. And to blow dry, I'm just gonna be using the Dyson Supersonic, but I'm not gonna be using the concentrator nozzle. I'm just gonna use the regular one to kind of emulate a little bit more of a rough dried kind of look. I prepped her hair, and as you guys can see, I kind of just blow dried it, and like I said, I didn't blow dry it with the super concentrator nozzle because I wanted this to really emulate what we would be doing in the salon, because typically we would never be flat ironing somebody's hair from curly. At least that's not usually what I would do. I would always blow it out and then go in with a flat iron. So that's why I wanted to show you guys this, but obviously you can see she still has a decent amount of frizz in her hair, and I wouldn't let her walk out of the salon like that. So now what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go in, we're going to tackle this section first, and then we'll go into the really crazy frizzy side and tackle that section. So I have been keeping the flat iron here on the charging deck on my station, and one thing you'll notice is the charging deck has a little cord in the back here, but that's because the flat iron itself is completely cordless. You don't need to use a cord with it, which seriously is probably my favorite feature about the whole thing. And you can use this little cord, it plugs in right here, it just kind of snaps in there with a little magnetic piece, and you can use it corded if you need to, but one of the cool things is on a full charge, this flat iron goes up to 30 minutes completely cordless. And so that is a huge benefit to especially a lot of us who are moving around the salon or are doing freelance work, to not have to be able to have it corded. And then in between clients or in between sessions, you just put it on the charging deck here. And so as I'm using this, I'm just going to put it on the charging deck in between sections, and that keeps it charged up throughout the day, so I don't even have to think about using the cord with it. Okay, so I'm just going to turn it on, and you'll hold down the button here, and then basically what you'll do is you will select the temperature that you want it to by either pressing the up or down button. And so with her, I'm actually gonna start at the lowest heat setting, 330. There's 3 different heat settings, 330, 365, or 410, and these are all in Fahrenheit, but I'm gonna start on the lowest heat setting because what I have found from using this is you actually don't have to use as much heat as you normally would with a regular flat iron, And the reason why is these flexing plates. Now I'm not gonna show you guys because I don't wanna burn my finger here because it is heating up, but basically these plates actually flex around the hair. And you guys heard that little beep sound? That means that it is ready to go. It's already heated up to 330, which was super, super fast. So it's really easy to use in between clients, just grab and go. But these flexing plates make it really easy to actually have more control, which means you have to use less heat with it, or you can use less heat with it, which means less damage. So I'm gonna start at 330. We're gonna start on our section and let's go from there. Okay, so I'm just gonna start down here at the bottom, and normally I wouldn't take this thick of a section. You guys can see it's actually like her whole nape area, but because of those flexing plates, like I was telling you guys, I actually can take a really thick section like this and it gets all of the hair. So I'm gonna just start here, and I like to use a comb for control, but with this, you actually don't really have to. So we're just gonna go in and do the other side over here. Make sure to get all that hair in there. And I always like to do one more pass, especially because look at her ends, guys. She needs a haircut for sure. So that was at 330 degrees, that super thick section, and you guys can see that we got it really, really smooth with seriously just like one pass. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next section. And again, I normally wouldn't take this thick of sections, and you don't have to. You'll find with each client how thick of a section you can take. But because those flexing plates, literally what they do is they actually control the hair by pushing it in towards the middle, versus most flat irons actually have the hair like splay out on the side. So if you've ever noticed that with like a normal flat iron and the hair is just kind of like going everywhere and it's really only getting like the very middle of the plates, this actually, the flexing plates kind of grab the hair and just create more control. So again, we'll start with a pretty deep section here. And you guys can see just with one pass, like how smooth it's getting. So I'm just gonna show you guys, like this is literally it with 2 baby passes on 330, and this is it before. So you can definitely see that difference of just like the frizz, the grossness, the natural texture that would be in hair, and then this smoothness. Okay, so I want to show you guys this top section here. You guys can see this is a pretty hefty section, and I don't know about you, but like normally I wouldn't take that thick of sections unless I was just busting through hair really quickly. But because again, that control, it allows you to actually take a really thick section like this, and you guys are gonna really just see that control come through. Whereas you would not normally be able to do this with a regular flat iron. That's with one pass at 330. It's just crazy. Okay, so here is our blow dried side. You guys can see super shiny, pretty healthy considering her hair is probably in not the greatest of condition, and just really, really smooth. And again, I only really went through this with one pass or 2 passes at the most at 330. So now I'm going to tackle this side and we're gonna see how it can really do on crazy frizzy hair. Okay, so I brushed out these beautiful curls that she had, and I'm only gonna put in one product. This is the Color Charge Spray Serum from Kenra, and basically this is technically a color protecting spray, but it has heat protection in it. So I'm just gonna mist this in her hair just as a heat protection. I'm gonna dry it in real quick because it is a little moist, and that's it. That's the only product I'm gonna use. Okay, so I'm gonna start at 330 for her just because let's just see what it does. And if we need to move it up to 365, we will. So here's our first section. Again, I'm taking it pretty thick. And I'm just gonna go in and tackle this whole section and see. Okay, wow, that is pretty impressive. There's still a tiny, tiny bit of wave in there. We'll go by with one more pass. And dang, that's pretty good. There's still a tiny bit of wave, but again, this is only at 330, so we really could bump it up, but it just is really smooth, and I'm actually like seriously impressed by that. Okay, so I took down my neck section, and I am gonna heat it up to 365, and you guys will see it'll just literally heat up super fast. So it went from 330 to 365 super quickly. I am gonna do that just to really see if there is a difference. So we'll start here with this section. Come around the front here. That's amazing. So as you guys can see, I'm just gonna do one more quick little pass. That is at 365, and as you know, a lot of stylists and clients are used to using flat irons that go up to like 450. So by being able to use so much less heat, we're actually gonna be creating less damage in the client's hair while getting faster results, which is something that is huge to me because I'm all about saving time, especially when it comes to styling. So I'm gonna finish this section. I'll let you guys watch along, and yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, so one thing that I was concerned about with this being the size that it is and just being a little bit thicker, I was concerned that you might not be able to get as close to the roots as you normally would with a regular flat iron. But what I found out is you absolutely can. So I just want to show you guys on this little section, there's still a little kink right there in the roots, and you totally can still get close enough where it smooths out that root area and you can get all the way in there. So that was something that I thought might be an issue, and it definitely isn't. Okay, and here is our final result. So I just want to remind you, this was the side that we blow dried out, and this was the side that we left frizzy, crazy curly. And so just as a reminder, I did do the blow dried side at 330, and then I also did this side at 365. I just wanted a little bit more power to kind of work through some of those existing waves that were in the hair. But honestly, I have been so impressed with this flat iron, the ease, the use of it, and just being able to be a little bit faster behind the chair, which is a huge thing that I am always preaching. Anytime that you can have time-saving hacks, and especially with your tools, that is a big feature for me. Okay, and lastly, I want to show you the curling capabilities of this flat iron, because I know so often a lot of us use our flat irons to curl hair, flat iron hair, smooth out hair, all of those things. And so I was wondering, how is the curling going to be with this flat iron and the different type of flexible plates than other flat irons? So I wanted to show you guys how I use it and how it actually curls hair. Okay, so I grabbed a different mannequin head that just has kind of that blow dried frizzy look. Again, this would be somebody who you just kind of rough dried and now you want to go in with either a flat iron to smooth it or a curling iron to curl it out. So now what we're going to do is I'm just going to take a piece like this, and I'm just going to show you guys on the top. So this is like a pretty good section here, and I'm just going to go in and curl it like you would any other flat iron. I'm going right there. So I have it at 330. This doll head definitely has a little bit more of a coarse texture, so I'm gonna try turning it up to 365 to see if we can get a little bit stronger of a curl pattern there. You guys can see I'm just rotating my wrist right there, curling away from the face. And then once we let it loose, just kind of let it be nice and loose there. I'll do one more, just so you guys can see it. And the reason why it's really nice kind of curling the hair with a flat iron is you're smoothing the hair at the same time. So I'm gonna extend my wrist just a little bit more. You guys can see I'm almost doing a full 180 with my wrist. And you guys can see that nice, beautiful curl. So as you can tell, it curls hair really nicely. It's gonna give more of that like loose, bouncy curl, which is just something that's kind of nice. You guys can see if I just kind of run it over the top there. Of course, she had straight hair underneath this, but you absolutely can curl with it just like you would any other flat iron. Alright guys, thank you so much for checking out this video, and I hope that this video gave you a little bit of an insight on whether or not the Dyson Corrale is a tool that you should add to your arsenal. And I just have to say that seriously, I have been really impressed with this flat iron, and it's really unlike other flat irons out there. Not only is it because it's cordless, you can take it with you anywhere. You don't have to worry about having a plug or anything like that. I think that's probably one of my favorite features, but also the fact that it's a time-saving tool, meaning I can take deeper, thicker sections, which really in turn means less damage for the clients and less heat on their hair. So all around, I was super impressed, and I personally would definitely recommend it for you. Now, one thing to know, if you are a professional licensed hairstylist, you can get special pricing on the Dyson Corrale. So I will link it down in the description box below on how you can do that. But I would highly recommend you checking it out. It's so worth it. I've loved my Dyson Supersonic blow dryer, and I'm so excited to have the Dyson Corrale as part of my arsenal of tools. As always, thank you guys so much for watching this video. It seriously means the world to me to have you guys watch my videos, consume my videos. I hope this one was helpful for you on making a decision on whether or not the Dyson Corrale is right for you. And I would love, if you haven't already, hit the subscriber button. If you are a hairstylist and you want more technique, business, Instagram related videos for you and for free, hit the subscribe button below. I do a video every single week, and I would love to have you on this journey with me. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.